Thanks for the auto host, Carnage. Okay, so first thing you're gonna need is live split, which you can just get normally, and then you're gonna need a plugin for it called Source Split, and this allows you to run source games using live split, and this is what beginner's guide is. And so you can't just use it straight up because that would be too simple. So you have to go to edit layout, and we'll get rid of it just real quick. And so you have to go to, once you download it and everything, you have to go to plus control source split, which should be at the bottom or near the bottom. And then it already says that I have it loaded. So then once you get there, go to edit layout once again, and then layout settings, source split. And then at the bottom, because it's not in the game process list, you actually have to type in beginnersguide.exe. And then now, when you compare against game time, it'll actually run. But it won't right now because we don't have anything loaded up. So that's that. Another thing you'll need to do is go on speedrun.com and get the restart load. So then when you do load reset, then it'll load up perfect. And just a few binds that you need to make is bind M wheel up plus jump, and bind M wheel down plus jump. Then when I load up the map, oh, by the way, the loading times in this game are pretty long, but luckily we now have in-game time, so we can just use that. So yeah. So here's, so if I were to just use my spacebar, they would be like not perfect jumps, whereas with the scroll wheel you can get perfect jumps. And you can also get bad frame rate because I have lots of things open. Let me just real quick. Okay, that should help a tiny bit. Okay. And I haven't preloaded and whatnot. And so yeah, there's that. Thanks for the auto host yuffies. Another thing you need to do is get a bind, and the bind is I'm just grabbing it real quick. Bind toggle, and then a key. I use G. I recommend using G just because you won't hit it on accident, but it's still close. And then it's SV underscore coda underscore mode, and that's all in parentheses. The SV coda mode is. So there's that. Bind key to that. What this does is that it turns narration on and off, which is good. So then, yeah, that should be it for binds. You can make binds to bind Q save quick, like bind whatever save quick bind F load quick, or reload, or whatever you want, but that's just personal thing. So yeah, let's just get started. You don't really have to use the, you don't have to, we're not going to go over the first map, the intro, because there's nothing that happens, so let's just start with Whisper. So right away in Whisper, the first thing you're going to want to do is press your narration toggle key, which is the key that I have bound to G. And oh, by the way, you can add custom skins. because that turns the narration off, which saves a lot of time in this map. And you're going to want to shoot your gun, because even though he's not actually talking, the game thinks he is. And when you don't shoot your gun, then he adds an extra part of his narration that says, you can shoot your gun. But if you've already shot it, he knows that you have. So yeah, so now you just have to wait for a bit. Frame rate isn't doing too bad right now. Sorry if the beginning of this isn't very good. The setup is the weirdest part to explain because it's all personal preferences. Okay, so then you're just going to want to come up here. So for this maze, I'm going to save. You're going to want to try and speed wall strafe the whole way, which is when you go forward and hold forward and left or right. Hold on. Okay. So yeah. In this case, I'm going left. Or I'm holding left because I'm on the left wall. So you're going to want to jump forward and then hold left and keep jumping and look at an angle. So yeah. And then, so you're going to want to, when you come through, so you walk, so you go out this way. And then when you get to this hallway, it's the first door on, first hallway or whatever on your right. Come on through. And then here it's the one, it's the second. This part is just the maze. And if you have narration on and you get through it, if you get through this maze, then you'll get shot back here and you'll get a soft lock. Yeah. Warning, the cake's lie. Meme accordingly. Okay. Hey punk, how's it going? My cat just jumped up. So then you want to get in here right away. She'll do her little talking thing. And down. What did he think of? Okay, so then you're just going to want to jump in right away. And if you save and load, this doesn't lose any time. When you get up here. Oh, by the way, at this point, you can turn narration back on and it won't lose any time after you step into the beam. If you do so before you step into the beam, you'll lose time. Oh, what did he say? At the beginning, if you close it. Okay. So yeah, you can do that. And then if you saved and load, you can walk away and then bunny hop around. I like doing. Come on. So yeah. Hi cat, what do you want? So yeah, you can just bunny hop around. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't save or lose time, and I fell. But yeah, you can actually get all the way back to the beginning. Okay. Here's this what are you doing? Just lay down. Okay. This next level, this is where it's important to have a save and load bind, or having two separate binds. And if you haven't turned narration back on, turn it back on right now. So if you save and load right at the beginning of this, you can actually get full WASD movement. Because this level, normally, you can only walk backwards. You can't even strafe side to side. So yeah. So that's one of the big time saves. And then you have to touch this door, and then for some reason my textures don't work, like, which is strange, but I don't know. that's about it for that level. Yeah, nice guide, such hacks. Oh, and hey Pack, how's it going? So for this level, you're immediately going to want a speed wall strafe, and that was a really bad one, but make it work. No, you won't. Okay, this is a really bad speed wall strafe. That was really bad, but yeah, such hacks. Like, so if you haven't figured out already, saving and loading resets your um velocity slash movement. Oh, and by the way, if you turn crosshair on, backwards breaks your crosshair. So you're gonna just want to bunny hop over here, start to go up, and then you're gonna start to slow down. You can keep saving and loading; it doesn't really matter as much. But when you get slowed to below 3.8 or below 3 velocity, the door opens and you can just walk. And if you save and load, you get full speed back. So then it removes any time between you going down there to up here. And then he starts talking. By the way, this thing right here, it says a game of only posters and concept art showing what the game is intended to be. That is a different game that was created by the developer of this game. Hi Punk, what do you want? You're acting so different. Do you want to just lay down? Come on. I should get a cat cam. So yeah, this time you can't really save or lose time here after this. But yeah, there's some of these that are really cool. But yeah, that's an actual game right there. So yeah. And if I haven't mentioned it already, during these loading screens, the timer here will stop, so you can press your split key because it doesn't automatically split. You have to manually split. So then once again, right away here you want to press your narration key to turn it off because the coolest part about this level you actually have to skip because it's very slow, and if you are able to, you're able to. Sometimes you hit these stairs and stop bunny hopping, which is annoying. But here is the first time you see the puzzle. Click the button, click it again, step through, and then try and click it immediately, and then step through the other door. Okay. And so this, because you turn narration off, you actually skip the coolest part about this level, which is the fact that all the walls disappear and you can see the rest of the level. But unfortunately, you have to skip that, which sucks, but it's necessary to save like a minute and a half. I don't think it's a minute and a half, but it's quite a bit of time. So yeah, split right now if you were. Now here's another speed wall strafe. This one's good, getting like 340 velocity, it looks like. And in this game, if you have more than 300 velocity, you lose all air control. Like, you cannot control yourself at all. So, in this case, because I have over 300 velocity, the only direction I can go is forward, so I just keep gaining forward speed. And, yeah, this level's, again, very short. Entering and exiting, which are the names of those splits. So, split right now. Then, now, as soon as the text appears, turn narration back on. And just bunny hop to this house. But, but what that person that sent me a message earlier, you can actually clip through this door here and fall straight down. But it's unless you got frame perfect setup, it's slower than just walking through here. And that was not good. I tried landing in it. So here is something called down skip, where you can skip this thing where you go into a cell here. Now there's multiple ways to do it. One way, which is the way the world record holder does it, is he just stands here and bunny hops. like that, and that can be annoying, and if you lose control, then you're screwed. Like that. Another way is to stand here. Actually, no. Another way is to stand here, kind of go like that, get a big hop, and then like that. And then in that case, if you land too low, you'll actually have to strafe around and land on this bar here. Whereas with some ways you can land on this thing or even way over here. Because if this thing wasn't here, this little bar right here wasn't there, then it would be absolutely free. But yeah. What I like to do is here and go. That was bad. But yeah. And this is another place saving is good because then you can reload. Like that. That was pretty good. Be careful though, because right there, that will open, and then if you fall in, then you'll have to do that anyway. And then you can either keep b-hopping or get down and start speed wall strafing. But be careful right here. If you're going too fast, you can actually jump up and land in this thing down here, and that's just a soft lock like that, and that would be bad. I've lost many a run to that, which is annoying. Read the title in it, and you'll see. So, yeah. So here again, same thing. Be optimal. So here, you don't want to have any keys, anything bound to the 1, 2, or 3 keys. Because right here, you're going to want to mash 1, 2, and 3 as fast as you can. I mean, it doesn't need it, but I'm making it just because there are things that don't get explained very well. Oh, by the way, I have crosshair 1 on, and it's perfect. Okay. So you had to mash 1, 2, 3 there. And it doesn't matter if you do 1, 2, or 3. I don't believe so anyway. Unless someone... I believe someone went through and figured out if they mean anything, if they do anything. Once again, mash 1, 2, 3. This one's a bit shorter, but still. My phone just went off. Oh, my schedule. Okay. So then here, stairs, be careful when going down. And here, I want to do like a mini speed wall strafe. And after this, there's not much you can do except just stare at that or do whatever. So I'm just going to load up the next map, which is, don't remember, notes. So for notes, I guess it's fast. Wait, how is it faster to mash 1 and 2? I don't remember that, but okay. So as soon as notes loads up, you're going to want to strafe to the right and start b-hopping. And this is another one where like you lose control very quickly. So you want to like pause a bit when you're jumping so that you can gain control again for just a half second and then get back up to 300. And by the way, you can't fall down there. Can't fall down there and get all that, so don't try. Don't go for that door. Go for this hallway. Oh, and you can add your own textures to things in this game. So I added that. Kappa. So yeah, and this one, once again, have to like pause your jumps so that you can regain control. Or just like be right on the edge of 300 velocity. And coming up here, there's this big thing here that unfortunately you can't just jump down. That would make it so much faster. You actually have to jump all the way down, which is very hard to do optimally, but this one has not been half bad. Because what happens is that if you go too fast, you just hit into this wall, lose all your speed, and nothing happens. And then here, this is the only, so right here, there's blocking, but here there isn't, so you can actually go like that and get speed from it. Once again, the puzzle. No, there's a couple that 3 is not correct. I know that much. So yeah, basically there's a trigger like right here that if you hit faster, then the level loads out before he finishes his dialogue. So yeah. Okay, so then next is Prison. Okay, this one's weird. Just listen to him, he'll talk. But yeah. Porn stars die too. Yeah. So immediately go this way. And then you want to time your hops so that you don't hit that thing like that. So you kind of want to go. That was too late. But yeah, you'll figure out the timing. I'm not good at it. You'll figure it out. If you want to see it, I think my PB has it. Once again, bad timing. My PB has perfect timing, and I get through the door. So yeah, that was terrible, but slow. Whatever. So you get through here, you have to wait. So in this one, just once again, mash 1, 2, 3, just so you can go faster. And it doesn't matter what you input, it'll just be the same. And if you're mashing is staggered a bit, then it'll be almost frame perfect. And then this. That is very true. None of my choices are making a difference. And then you don't have to do anything, but you can follow it. Okay, my B-hops are really bad today. And yeah, I think it's back a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So for this one, you gotta immediately start B-hopping. You wanna mash this. So mash the table, mash the picture frame. Gotta 1, 2. Because you have to turn it on and back off. Mash that. And mash this as you walk up to it. And then immediately start B-hopping back. And you don't have to land on it, you just have to go over it. And pretty much anything after this doesn't matter. But one really cool thing, you could get to it, but there's an invisible wall here. So this next one. Oh, not the next one. The next one. Yeah, the next one. It's one of these. The one where there's all the stuff up above, you'll be able to do something cool. Yeah, this one. You can get up here and actually fall down. So you're outside of it. It doesn't save any time, but it's cool. That's about it. Bye, punk. My cat left me. Okay, so then immediately afterward, you want to start B-hopping down. be careful. You can actually hit these things to the side of you, and it's bad. Once again, get good hops. And if, I'm not going to cover how to B-hop in this, just, yeah. Here, mashing. It's mashing for like a minute and a half, so yeah, good luck. And they're almost the exact same. I think they're the exact same responses no matter what you pick. Be sincere. That's my favorite one. Nope. I don't actually know if using the number pad as well can help you mash better. But, yeah. Okay, so. So immediately start bunny hopping up here. If you keep scrolling, you can keep your speed up and get pretty good hops. So then here, for this part, there's a trigger. If I could type, which I can't. There's a trigger right here that you want to hit immediately. Wait, is there? It stretches over here too. Yeah, you just want to immediately hit this trigger. So yeah, I mean I think that's just a preference thing, but I don't know. Mashing 1, 2. So for this, I have this in the guide over here, which I have a written guide on speedrun.com of all this. And where is it? Right here. Can't see, hold on. But yeah, over here, it shows the order of what you're gonna have to clean. So I'm just gonna have that open while I do all this. Okay, so yeah. And every once in a while you're gonna have to mash some buttons. Like right now. Okay, so the first thing is gonna be the table. So you're just gonna want to be mashing it as soon as it pops up. And then make the bed. Then the rug. And then it's gonna be the mashing. And then the sofa, which is this. I know she says couch, but I put sofa down. So, sofa, then the spill. And then the dishes, well, mash about the cheesy inside. Then it'll be the dishes. So you can stand here and get the dishes because the next thing is going to be the tub. And then turn around and get the tub. You have to wait for her second dialogue about the tub. And then come in here, get the books. And then it'll be the table again. Table, then back in there. You gotta mash, but it'll be back in here about the rug. So you're gonna go rug. And what, you can? Oh, cool. So it'll be the rug, then the tub. And then the tub again. I forgot about the fact that you can. And then the books. But first you're gonna have to do a bit of mashing, and then the books, then go out and do the sofa, and then that's the last thing. So mash. Hi, other kitten. So yeah, books. And then sofa. And then you're going to want to come over to this spot right here, because this is the best for bunny hopping up. And as soon as they say, do you enjoy this? Then you can go up. Except that it doesn't work, because I'm bad at b-hop. B-hopping uphill is difficult, but you can get better at it. And then hit the trigger, and then you just gotta wait a bit. Okay. Hi, Flu. So, this one is a big cutscene. The only thing you have to worry about is don't save and load, because when you save and load, this happens. Nothing. And it soft locks. I'm just gonna skip this. The only thing you need to know is that, when it gets to the part where you're supposed to mash, just mash 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. So then, the next thing is theater. They're gonna load that up. So theater, immediately wanna come around. Oh, that's where the stage thing is? Okay, good to know. Okay, so there's, once again, a big trigger here. So you're going to want to hit the trigger, and that'll turn the lights on. And then, so the trigger's here, and then you can stand right here and do this. It's right before the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th light, right before it. If you stand right here, you'll land right on top of the wall, and then you'll get frame perfect. Yeah. This one gives you terrible FPS, which is annoying, but whatever. So yes, mash 1, 2, 3. And after this, it doesn't matter. So this level, I think it's just because of this thing. Gives you terrible FPS. Once again, after they say do it again, mash. If you want to get better FPS, not that it matters, just look at the curtain or look at the ground. There's another time when looking at fog, because it's like a complicated animation, actually gives you terrible FPS. Now let's see. The computer you're running on is potato. Oh, by the way, when they say there are a lot of people around us, then this pops up. You want to get close to it without actually touching it. So then, after they say try stepping backstage, save, use it to get a boost, and then start bunny hopping. And then after this, you'll get good FPS. Because you go through, you're no longer in the same area as that, and it's not in your view. So after this, so during this, it doesn't really matter like what kind of FPS you're getting, and it doesn't really matter the velocity as much. You just have to keep going fast. Like, going over 300 velocity is always good no matter where you are. So yeah, as you can see, I'm like hitting 400 velocity after I hit the ground. And if you can hit the back wall, that just means you had good hops. I mean, you only have to get up to there, but still. And then so yeah. So this next one is Mobius. Immediately you want to click, and it says to close your eyes the first time you play this. Don't actually close your eyes. And you see this prompt that's down here. Don't do it. When you get here, mash 2. Mash 2 the whole time. And then it will stop this, and then at this point it's basically a cutscene. Once again, this is one of the ones that I want to go in. One of the textures I want to go in and edit, but I haven't yet. You can actually edit these things to make them say different things, but I haven't done it yet. I've only done a few textures in this game. That's much better. After this is Island. In Island, you want to immediately start out by mashing 1, 2, and 3. Because then the land pops up, and then you want to get to the end of the trail here. Once again, mash 1, 2, 3, and it'll pop up. And you see this little kind of, not really invisible, but hard to see trail. Get to the end of it, and then you can just walk immediately. As soon as the prompt shows up, then you can walk. So then walk up here, get to the end again. And this one actually has a tiny sliver of land popping off. Oh, I think that's the one where you have to mash 1 and 2 and 8 if you're still here. Once again, get to the end. Mash. Get here. This one. Spiral. You can actually cut through at the end. It's hard to do optimally, but you can get it. Saves barely any time. And then just mash again. And then here's a big B-hop section. Big B-hop section. Tiny B-hop section, I should say. So here, you're going to want to mash 2 the first time. Or 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. And then 2. Okay, walk through. Now mash 1. And now mash 3. And then you'll get through. And then this part, once again, just mash any keys and you're good. Oh, and one quick note. If you actually go into the texture files for this game, you can read these, and you basically read what's going through Davies and Coda's head this entire game. It's kind of insane. I'm completely out of ideas. And it's all in order, and it's perfect. Okay. And I believe this is the last one. Not sure. Okay, and then you just gotta B-hop as soon as you touch the cage, then it's basically over. Hi, girl. And then I'm getting stuff out of my cat's eye. There we go. Go, girl. Okay, so the machine, not entirely a cutscene, but it's pretty much a big cutscene. Oh, and don't press up against this door because you can actually lose time because it won't open for you. I actually lost like 10 seconds in my PB because of that. But I saved it all later, so that's good. But yeah, if you press up against it, you can lose a lot of time. Just hop through this crowd of people. So here is pretty much the only optimization in this level. You can walk out to about there and then walk back through. Oh, I didn't get it. Like that. Saves barely any time, but it's something. And then, because it saves you getting through that door and then coming through this door because you're already through it by the time it happens. And then as soon as they say that, as soon as you hear that noise, you can just walk right through. Once again, mash. Making it as loud as I can, just so you can hear it. Okay, then get out here. Once again, there's a wait. Is it not a trigger? Oh, it's a time trigger. I don't know if it matters if you shoot anything, but make sure you mash one. I don't. Once again, not sure if it does it. I haven't done this. This level's very long, and I haven't like gone through it fully yet. Also, another thing is that the floor never gets. You can't get rid of the floor. What I like to do is go through and get rid of all the typewriters on the first row. Okay, he'll pause, and then you want to look down immediately. Oh, I should turn triggers off. You want to look down immediately because then you'll fall through right away. And then here, there's nothing you can do. And then you're going to hit a trigger that speeds you up. Yeah, there it is. Also here, I think that if you save and load, yeah, you can actually crouch. Doesn't do anything on it, obviously, but here, just I don't know if once again, don't know if it really matters if you hold it or not, but I do it just because it's easy, and I don't want to risk it losing time. Now you can let go, because it obviously doesn't matter. What is in your fur? I'm cold. Sorry. I'm just gonna load up tower just because it's just to save time. So for tower, you want to start B hopping. And tower is really creepy. Those ones you can't hit the stairs because he got better at making games. So here, there's a trigger like right about here. You want to hit it, and it doesn't matter, but you can come in here and die if you want. So yeah, just press enter, and then as soon as he says bridge, it'll put it up, and you can go. Start b-hopping over. And yeah. Once again, hard to b-hop upstairs. Okay, so here, the code, which is on my split name, is 151617. So you're gonna want to be optimal about doing it. So like go like 151. I did it wrong. Great. That's not optimal. So try and be like. Okay, so that was pretty good the second time through, not the first time. And you can just press up against this, you won't fall. And as soon as this happens, you can just keep going. Get good B hops. Fall down this hole, and wait. And I don't think you can press the switch that opens this door through the wall. If this was Half-Life, you'd be able to, but of course this isn't Half-Life. Or if this was Dishonored, you could easily. But this is not Gold Source or Unreal, this is Source. And then stand at this corner, the door will open. And then gotta B-hop up a bunch of stairs. So then up here, don't go up the stairs, go around, or just go straight through. Build up some speed. Try and go up the stairs. So yeah, then just come on through. Doesn't matter which side you go up. I go up the side. Actually, I usually just go wherever my hops, whichever side my hops are on. So then here, ignore all the signs, do that on your casual playthrough. Come immediately to the right. Be careful of the stepping here. Turn around. So yeah, you want to get good hops through these hallways. And this has been pretty good. So once again, this is only half of the puzzle, because as you can see, there's no button here. So you have to wait. I'm just gonna load up the epilogue because this is part where you get bad frame rate, and it doesn't really matter. So yeah. So at this you basically load up in Half-Life 3 because you're in a train station, and Half-Life games always start in a train station. So yeah, and then so you're here, and then you sometimes get bad frame rate right in this area. I don't know why. So you want to come up here, and because of the way the triggers work, you actually want to come out on this side, and then strafe into this, and it's better. I don't think most people do that, but I actually uh, routed that. Just it's tiny optimization, but it helps. So then got to get good hops going, and then you actually want to. If you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that. So you want to go over this. Don't don't hit this. There we go. That's better than my PB. Oh, and by the way, in between this split and the last one, there's no, it doesn't say loading on the loading screen, so you're actually gonna have to look at your timer and manually split. Like, look at when to manually split. And here, even though there's a map transition, we don't split. You can make an extra split, but most people don't just because it's the same chapter. So then this we hop here is difficult because it's uphill and all. So you can go down this section here, try and get there and strafe over, or you can go down here and go through this because you want to use your speed from this. Just tiny optimizations. And usually, if you could b-hop a little bit, kitten, you better not walk on my keyboard. She started walking on my keyboard. Did anything bad happen? I dropped a solid 2 frames. That's great. Okay. Okay. So yeah. And if your hops are good, you can actually get out into this area before he finishes talking. Believe I'm don't do this, but yeah. You can actually do a tiny optimization like that and just cut the corner, but whatever. And then you just want to fall right into this hole. You can get in the corner or just do whatever if you want. This is the final map, by the way. The final stretch of B-Hop. I don't remember exactly what line it is. I believe it's right here. You can start B-hopping. It's about there. And then you want to keep your speed up. Go. And one guy, one time got a boost going off the stairs. I don't know if it was real or not. But either way, just keep bunny hopping the whole way. And don't do that, because that's dumb. And time ends as soon as you land in the field and hear that noise.